I round-tripped all the profits from the crypto bull run, previous bull run, and so I lost all.
All right, checking the chat. Clifford the dog. Can I get it? Damn, right off the bat, just starting with a coin request. Let's go. I respect it. Telcoin is holding, but the Bitcoin is being a pain. Yeah. What's up, Gearhead? An hour wait time? Yeah, so I work until 5, so I really can't I can't live stream any sooner or make any content before 5 o'clock. So it has to be like, 5 o'clock, and then I start doing my second job, right? Content creating, trying to become the #1 influencer, crypto influencer on YouTube, self-proclaimed. Silver Days, what's up, Silver Days? Hamid, start off with XTN. XTN had a massive move up. Yeah, XTN's also on the watch list, so we'll take a look at it. Let's see. Came from the Crypto Undead. Yeah, I saw that. I put him on the background, but he actually shouted me out, and he said like, "Hey, go watch him." So that's crazy. That's like what class? That's such a what do you call it? Like, it's very classy. That's very commendable. So I actually at the end I actually ended up joining him as joining his membership, because like that's worth more than the membership. Just the fact that like he actually said, "Hey, go check out Crypto Meow." Not a lot of people would do that, so that's like really awesome. That's a really good personality trait. So I really did appreciate that. So I was like, hey, you know what? If he wants to support me and say that, then you know what? I will become a member of his channel. But also, like, it's like, yeah, he was live, and I'm like, oh, I'll go live after him, But he usually does like long lives, and it is like earlier. But I think this one kind of was a little bit longer than his normal ones. But I'm not trying to live. I'm not gonna go live like when he's live. I'd rather just go live afterwards, after him. But that's pretty cool. So yeah, Telcoin. So yeah, I guess starting off with Telcoin, and then we could look at XRP. And then we'll just go down the list and just take a look at all your guys' coins. Yeah, so for Telcoin, it's still holding up pretty well. So looking at the RSI and the stock RSI, yeah, so we are actually over the moving average on the stock RSI. So maybe we come down, bounce from it, and then get a God candle. Kind of like what happened here. We broke out, bounced over, went higher, and then we were overbought, and we made a higher high. I mean, we've been making higher highs across the board with Telcoin. Telcoin is macro bullish because we're actually over 2043. So as long as it stays over 2043, then you're still going to be macro bullish. And then in terms of resistance as of right now, you do have resistance at excuse me, you have resistance at 2047 to 2057. So as long as it could get through this area, then I'd say retesting 2078 and then from there to the moon. But just keep in mind, it can still come up to these levels, make a lower high, and then come down, make a lower low, and then you'd be validating a downtrend that's forming, okay? So just FYI. And that's pretty much it for Telcoin. I mean, it's what is it, like from the current price, it is around a 12x back up to its all-time high. And that's pretty much it. XCN had a monster move, but just be careful, don't get trapped with XCN. So taking a look at XCN, again, be careful with XCN, because look, are we over the 382, or did we smack against it? Oh, yeah, so we got to stay over 15. Sorry. Yeah, we got to stay over 1560. If we stay over here, again, if we stay over this, the 382, then the next target is 2 cents 40. And then from there, to the moon. I mean, this thing's going to rip. But these are both areas of resistance, and these are both areas that can basically get stuck at and then come back down to the low. So just be careful. And then I think XN actually did end up holding the previous support, right? Yeah, so we actually held support at 95, and if 95 doesn't hold 2095, then you're cooked. You're just going to be validating this downtrend that's forming. So yeah, so you really want to stay over 15, and then if it breaks below 97, you have to decide if you're going to hold it or if you're going to just hodl and wait, I don't know how long before it goes back up. So that's pretty much for XCN. And then just remember that from the current price back up to its all-time high is around a 10x for XCN. So XRP. Taking a look at XRP. Ouch. I think we're still over the 382 though. Yeah, so we're over $1.90. So as long as the $1.90 holds, we're still macro bullish, which does actually coincide with this previous cycle high, and then $1.33. So you don't even need to worry about $1.33 because we're not even close to being there. $1.90 does need to hold, and if it does, then again it's still macro bullish. Keep in mind we do have resistance here at $1.92 to $2.14, which is actually where we're at right now. So we are in resistance. Once that breaks, then you're going to be breaking this downtrend. So once that breaks, you're going to be breaking this downtrend. The next target should send you back up to retesting the 618 at around 256, which again, just remember, it's still hitting the downtrend, okay? So if this doesn't break, you're going to come down, make a lower low, and validate this downtrend. But if it does break, then it's a reversal, and then clearly you'd be in something like this where, again, I think $5.40 to $6 would be in play for XRP. Very bullish on XRP right now, so it's doing very good compared to everything else. All right, let's read the chat. Zebik, yeah, there isn't really anything much going on with Zebik, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, no. We'll take a look at it, though. What's up, Demon? How are you? Mystery Mary. Oh, wait. I think we have a chart for this. Yeah, we have a chart for this. Okay, so for Mystery Mary, obviously you know it's a gamble. Yeah, so we have resistance. So from the high to the low, we said bearish. Sorry, we said bearish under 4011 and then bullish over 4017, which we actually. And then once that breaks, it should take you to 618, which it did. Yeah, as of right now, it's just in macro resistance. So it needs to stay over 4011. If it doesn't, we're going to come back down to this low and maybe make a lower low and then validate a downtrend clearly because you're making lower lows and lower highs. But if it manages to get over 4017, then you're looking at retesting 4032 previous high, and then the target at 46 would still be in play. And then as of right now, that's around let's just say for easy math at 30x. So I mean, it's still going to be under 100 million market cap. So it is a gamble. Good luck. I hope it works out for you. And then Zebik. A lot of people ask for Zebik, and I remember this coin used to be on Gemini, and then they got rid of it. So if anybody like wants to clarify that, that would be nice. Like why it's not on Gemini anymore. But yeah, so for Zebik, nothing has happened. Okay, so it's just consolidating, unfortunately. Bearish under 2001, which it's under. Bullish over 2012. And then support, I guess, would be at the 786, which we actually did manage to hold, which is at 3087. So that's pretty much it. Just keep in mind we can come back up to 1 to 12, which is literally the macro 236 and 382, and still get rejected and come down. So as long as we're under this box in the shorter time frame and on the macro time frame, it's bearish. And you're going to still be validating a downtrend, both on the short time frame and on the macro time frame. So That's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And good luck with something. Big booties for 2 beans. Let's go. Thank you so much for the super chat. First super chat of the night. Trying to get, my goal is to get 1,000 of those tonight. That would be pretty sick. Maybe if I live stream for like 79 hours, I'll get 1,000 super chats. How crazy would that be? That would be pretty crazy. Shadow checking in from the Shadow Realm. I'm right next to you, Shadow. What do you mean checking in? Hey, what's up, Shadow? What's up, Shadow? Yeah, see? We're right next to each other. OXT is actually going up. Wait, what did Booty say? Hey, bro, can you look at WIF? Trying to get an entry. Yeah, I'll take a look at WIF. Trying to get an entry on WIF. Damn, you should have bought WIF when we had this massive capitulation down here at 30 cents. So it's already up 20%, but here, we'll take a look at it. Just be careful with it. I mean, yeah, it is like way down still. Yeah, so for WIF, we'll take a look at all the indicators. Vindicators. Yeah, so we actually bounced from the 618 support at 34 cents. So if you had picked some up at 34 cents, that would have been a good entry. Looking at the RSI and stock RSI. Yeah, so... Yeah, we weren't even quite oversold. See, the thing is that you really only see this in a bear market where you go oversold and the price is here, right? And then you're not quite oversold, but still technically you're oversold, but you make a lower low. So we're in a downtrend. We don't know how long it's going to last. I'd say, like, you know, not financial advice. If I wanted to buy WIF, then I wouldn't go all in over here, because I would probably buy, like, let's just say I have 10 grand. I would buy 5 right now. And then the next time and this is given that it doesn't go to 0. The next time I would buy would be 17. So, like, say I have 10,000, right? I buy 5,000 right now and it goes down. The capitulation would be around 50%. So you're down to 2,500, which isn't bad, because, again, the upside potential, you got to think of it that way, right? Just putting things into perspective for you. So you have $10,000. You might have to wait. You have to be patient and don't keep looking at it, because you're going to get emotional. So, you know, $5,000 now, again, we're still relatively low. You missed buying the dip, but we're still down here at the 618. So we are going to get some sort of retracement. But say, you know, it goes down by 52%, you now have $7,500. You know what I mean? So then you could buy another 5,000 from there. And then if that goes up, if that position goes up at 17 cents, then you could just sell that and then let the rest ride, you know? I hope that makes sense. Just FYI, I hope that made sense. You don't need to go all in, but if you're, like, very fast, then that's going to be a problem for you. But for example, like right now, our areas of resistance for WIF is going to be 56 cents to 85 cents. Okay, so that right there, if you buy right now, is 50 to 124%. So let's just say you do that and it goes down 50%, and you're like, crap, I'm down 50%. I'm just going to put in my other 5,000. So 17 cents, I would be saying resistance at 37 to 61 cents. So if this is the bottom, and most likely you're going to be extremely exhausted, a lot of selling pressure, oversold, stock RSI is going to be bearish. Everyone's going to want to sell except you're buying, right? Then you would be buying 17 cents. And then from there, even back up to the 236 is 100%. So on that 5 grand, you have your 10 grand back, and then you still have another 5 grand that you had bought now, right? So again, a lot of information, and it sounds very simple, but it just really depends on you, okay? So it really depends on if you're going to sit there and look at these, like, big swings, because if you are, that's going to consume you, okay? And and I'm talking from experience, it's going to consume you. So don't look at it. If WIF is your one, if this is your one, if this is your baby, then do this and you should be fine. This thing's not going to go to 0, right? And if it does, then nobody could have called it anyway, right? And now, from your $5,000 position here, I mean, it's a pretty good risk to, like, losing 50% ratio, because you're looking at around a 11x. So you're looking at let's just say 10x for easy math. So you're looking at 5,000 turning into 50K back up to its all-time high, or 5,000 turning into $2,500, and then you having that extra 5K to dollar cost average down. So anyway, I hope that made sense. There's a lot of information. I really hope you got that down. But I feel like you understand what I said. I like baby, Mickey Mouse did. I baby proofed it. So that's it. But if you're good entry, again, you're on the 34 cents is the 618. So that is support. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. That's like really cool. So thank you so much. Demon, I watched I said Mystery Mary. Shadow, checking in from the Shadow Realm. Yes, I'm right next to you. Unity through the people. What's up, Unity? If you ain't got no DOGECOIN Mars, get you some. I don't want to look at it. Actually, you know what? It's fine. I'll look at it. It's okay. I mean, is my prediction going to come true at like 708? I remember I said that and people were like upset. And I'm like, how is that upsetting? Like, I have I have my coins. Like, what do you mean you're mad? Like, you think I'm bearish, but I'm over here saying the same thing that I just told Booty, right? Hey, play it smart. Don't go all in at once, and then you'll have money to buy if it goes to 708. That doesn't mean like it's going. That doesn't mean I think it's not going to work. This is one of the coins I have, So listen, guys. Like, I'm not trying to be bearish. I'm not trying to like talk down on DOGECOIN Mars. Like, I am very open with my wallet. I have it in my streams. I do DOGECOIN Mars giveaways. I burned DOGECOIN Mars back like billions, like I think 2 billion coins last year, and I made a video on it, So like I clearly believe it. I just can't believe it's all the way down here. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, let's just take a look at it. Just because, I mean, nothing has actually changed. Like, so look, check it out. So like if you take your fib from here to here, which Unity, we're gonna know this for next time. Dude, we're literally only buying at the 618, 786 retracement next time. So when we have our bull run, so Unity, okay, check it out. So let's just say our dreams come true and we make it, right? So my target is 402, which is here, right? But for easy, my sell is at 402 just because why not, right? So say we get a giant massive candle, like say we go down and we actually capitulate and then we have our massive move up, okay? So stay with me, guys. So this is like long term, right? We don't want to just do like quick rich getaway, right? So okay, we sell here. Obviously, you're selling on the way up, but you sell here, and so I'm gonna be like, hey, Unity, we're rich, right? We have our 200, 300 grand, however much it ends up being. I don't even know. That would be nice. That's a way. We're just gonna chill, right? And if we really like DOGECOIN Mars still, and if we and by that time, hopefully it gets listings, and hopefully they keep building it out and everything like that. Like the next SHIBA INU, we're going to take our fib from this low to the high, and we're going to be like, hey, let's start buying at the 618. And then the same thing, the same concept that I just told Booties, where it's like, I'm going to put 10 grand in at 6065. And that's like 65, that's like however many coins it is or whatever. And I don't know, I'm just like, you know what I'm trying to say. So, and then it's like, okay, and if it goes down to the 786, great. I'll buy another 10 grand. At that point, it doesn't matter because we already made all our money going up. But this would be theoretically when we're going to buy. Okay. So for next time, this is exactly what we're going to use. Now, another thing I want to show you is like also for Ethereum, because I want to start buying Ethereum with Bitcoin, like I always said. I really want to move away from gambling on altcoins. It's just too stressful. So the same thing here, right? So right now, I would buy Ethereum at $1,200, and this is why. Okay, so do you see this? So literally, if it actually does come back down to the 786, I'm buying it. $1,200. What that's gonna do, and we're gonna keep eyes on the RSI and the stock RSI. Look, we had a nice bounce, but if this does go and capitulate more, and the stock RSI resets, we're gonna go to $1,200 Ethereum. Okay. And that would be a good buying opportunity, because here, let's look at the full graph, and then I'll show you what I'm looking at. I hope this all makes sense to you guys. I really hope so. Because I mean, first of all, it never actually came down to the 786. So like even last bull run, right? So like the last move. So we had our bull run, we consolidated, had our high, and then it took what 2016 to 2000. I guess it only took 2 years for it to make a high. I mean, this thing didn't even come down to the 618.786. It came up to the 0.5 at $84 before we had our massive move up. The same thing happened here, right? So you're looking at, the 382. So it just came down to 1,035, and then we got a bounce. We have a once in a lifetime opportunity right now because of all the tariffs and because everyone's bearish, war and all this stuff. Like, this is our opportunity to theoretically catch these capitulations and buy generational lows, if that makes sense. So personally, when I'm doing that, I'm like, yeah, heck yeah. I mean, first of all, it looked like it was doing that, right? It looked like I just showed you the last 2 cycles where it actually stayed over the 382, 236 and the 0.5 even. So we were doing that, right? We were over 2,300, and we were over 2,300 for over a year, for actually, hold on, March 2000, for like 9 months. And then we capitulated and we actually tagged the 0.5. This is what happened last time, but again, tariffs and everything else caused the price to go down. Now we're just waiting for, one more thing to happen to be able to get Ethereum between 1,000 and 1,200, in my opinion. But again, that's me greeting. Like, I'm just not going to buy if it doesn't go down that low. I don't have to, but I want to. And for next cycle, because I don't think this cycle is over, the only thing I want to buy is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think those two are the #1 coins. I think that even with Bitcoin, if we do that, so even if we let's look at the chart and do the same thing, right? So next cycle, when we have money, hopefully, we can do the same thing, where it's like, you take your fib from this low to the high, I guess, and then it's the same chart, but like it's Bitcoin. So Ethereum had the same chart, 0.5, and then we bounced from there. So does that mean that we're going to come back down to the 0.5 only? That would be $41,000 Bitcoin. So I don't know. I want to greet it. I want to say 23 to 32. And if it doesn't happen, then I guess it doesn't happen and I don't get in. But if we can get Bitcoin at these, and that's given that that's given that we had our all-time high. This chart is going to reset if it does make an all-time high. So there's a lot of contingencies. But anyway, I hope that made sense. I know that's a lot of information, but that's literally my game plan, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm done with, OXT and all these other coins, and it's like, you want to make it, and I mean, you should just play it smart and just buy the coins that are going to go up. Because as much as it's the truth, even Doge on Mars is, the reason why I got into it and why I believe in it is because I think that it is going to do what Shiba Inu did. I mean, I think it is. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of chat, but all right. So let me read the chat. Oh, thinking of going all in? No. Tell me how it's over. It's not over, Aloe. Can we look at Swiftcoin? Yes. It's not over, Aloe. What are you talking about? We're still holding. We're still in it. It's not over. Damn, Swiftcoin's back. Be careful with Swiftcoin. We might be hitting resistance. Unity through people will get you some. We're rich. Same here. I want a nice bag of ETH and BTC. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer, right? It's literally a no-brainer. So let's take a look at Swiftcoin. I don't know why my chat wasn't working. So, cat, hey, meow. Hey, meow. Oh my god. Hey, meow. Meow. Oh, she's so tired. So, CRV looks like $6 high. I don't know. I'll check it for you. Well, Aloe, I already told you. Oh, hold on. Let me look at this really quick, and then I'll show you. I'll tell you my idea of Ethereum, and that's my game plan, and I've said it. So let me show Swiftcoin really quick, and then I'll show you. So taking a look at Swiftcoin, yeah. So be careful because don't get overly bullish with Swiftcoin. I mean, this is a good start, but you can see we actually got rejected at the 236 at 11. So even in my watch list video, we said like, hey, be careful. We can come back up to these levels, get rejected, come down. Once this breaks, and what we really want to see is Swiftcoin rocket past 23. If it gets through 2 cents 30, then this thing's going to go parabolic and 8 cents would be in play. But also keep in mind, we also did hold macro support. Yeah, which is the 382. So 208 actually ended up holding. This needs to hold. So what we need for Swiftcoin is consolidation. Break this box, take us to 23, break it. If it doesn't ever get back to these levels, that's when you have to decide, hey, is it going to get past it or not? Because these moves are going to attract a lot of attention, right? I mean, from the current price to the 32 is 30% on its own, and then back up to the 618 is 100%. And if you actually did buy the dip, I mean, you're already up 53% to 100%, and then a possible 200%. So just keep that in mind for Swiftcoin. And then let's take a look at what my game plan is with BTC. So what I said with BTC was, 69K. And I'm going to change it to linear. And it's going to be 73K, 73,600. So I think that bull run still continues as long as we stay over 68 to 74,000, so around this area. But if this breaks, then I'm done. Like, I'm out. So we're probably going to come back down because, again, I'm getting shredded right now. I'm getting absolutely destroyed and wrecked, which is not good. So that's my game plan. And I've said it plenty of times. Again, I'm done. I'm not going to sit through another bear market. What I'm going to do is buy BTC at 24 to 32,000. And if that never happens, then I guess that never happens and it wasn't meant to be. But I'll be here with you guys and I'll be looking at your guys' coins the entire time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's read the chat. CRV. I'll be here in October when you tell me it's over. Well, I mean, I showed you what I think. So it doesn't even have to be October. If tomorrow we break below 69, I'm done. I'm just going to wait until it goes. I'm not going to get chopped up. I'm on the fence about whether to continue holding PNG. I got nervous when it broke down below 11 cents. Today, I saw their Twitter page, and they're officially releasing B3 in 2 weeks. I'll take a look at that for you, actually. You want me to look at PNG? I'll take a look at PNG for you. Look at, PNG had a monster run too, man. So I really hope you got in before and you didn't buy the highs, because it is, we'll just see. Free Lightning gifted 1 membership. Dave Lark, what's up? Hey, Dave Lark was previously a member, actually. Thank you so much, Free Lightning. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's really cool. Thank you. Thanks for all you do. Anything is possible. Never give up. I believe that. Indian Kitchen in the house. Hey, how are you doing, brother? Hey, what's up, Indian Kitchen? I hope all is well, and I hope you figured out and took care of your situation. I really hope you make it this bull run, man. I really do. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for a lot of people. The market is brutal. It's taking all of the money back right now, and it's like horrible. So let's take a look at curved out, and then let's take a look at PNG. Welcome to the live stream, though. Yeah, so 660 is the high. Okay, that's right. Well, not 660, right? Off the well, it's not 660. It would be right here. Unless you're using, yeah, it would be here. Yeah, so for curved Dow, oh yeah, so we broke over the 236. 77 is next. Once that breaks, you're looking at retesting 120, and then 186 would be the next crucial area that it needs to break over. And then support, again, 236, pretty important. Let's see if that coincides with any areas of support. No, it doesn't, but you do have support at 39 cents. However, that is still bearish territory. So I'd say as long as it stays over this box, you are going to get a continuation up to those levels. But if it doesn't, then it's going to come back down to the low. And that's pretty much it for Curve Dow. I'm just trying to be as negative as possible to balance out the positivity. Balance is key. No way. No way. It's always positive, okay? There's nothing but positivity. You have to be the light that shines in this world. You can't just rely on the sun. It has to be you. Believe in yourself, Aloe. Believe in yourself. Yeah, no way. I think, you know, I showed you my game plan. I think we'll be fine. And if we're not, then we have our other game plan, which is selling, not getting chopped up, and buying BTC at 23 to 32 grand and Ethereum at $1,000 to $1,200. So it is what it is. Pangolin, taking a look at Pangolin for the gentleman who has a lot of fear. Yeah, so from the high to the low, yeah, so we're actually still over 11 cents. Yeah, we did dip below it, but we did quickly get back over it. So technically it's holding on for dear life right now. Let's see if that's any areas of support. Yeah, so it actually did come, not quite, but we still have support here at 950. You know, honestly, you have to decide at what point you want to sell, but just looking at the RSI and the stock RSI, it is close to being oversold. So I don't know how much more selling pressure this thing's going to necessarily have. It's been selling off since February of 2024, so it's over a year of selling off and not making a higher high. So, I mean, you really have to decide at what point you want to sell. Just keep in mind, we do have resistance at 16 to 22 cents. Once that breaks, you're retesting 38 cents. But just remember that even though it comes back this high, it could still get rejected and come down. Exactly what happened here and exactly what we were talking about the entire time back here in November, where we said we have resistance. We were just consolidating in resistance. We came and tagged the 618 perfectly at 44 cents, and then we made a lower low. So the same thing can happen here. We make a lower high, and we get capitulate and make a lower low. So I would say wait. Maybe we get some sort of bounce back up, and that way you're not down so much. You could theoretically maybe sell it and get some money back. But again, once this thing goes flying, then this thing's gonna go parabolic. I mean, you're still up. Like, not a lot of coins stay up, right? You're still up 10x from its low. Usually when coins do this, they give it all back really fast. But this thing's actually still consolidating over these levels. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Pangolin. I hope that made sense. Oh, damn. Is OXT pumping? Oh, damn. OXT. Yeah, so maybe it comes back up to 670 and then it gets rejected, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it was probably extremely oversold, right? Damn. Yeah, it was so oversold. Look at how oversold it was. Last time it was oversold was back here. So, and then the other time was its all-time low here. So, that's crazy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy only when others are fearful. Yeah, so like, yeah. You know what I really want to do? I want to just sell everything and put everything in Disney. That's what I really... Look at this, dude. That's crazy. Like, this thing is like generational bottom. How many times has Disney actually been this low? Even though the stock sucks and it's not actually doing... This stock hasn't done anything in 10 years, in 11 years. Man, what a disappointment. So yeah, we have... Oops. We have here, 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 and here. And we actually made a lower high, which means that... But this looks very suspicious to me. Like, if I was like, I would be betting against this. So like, if I saw this, like, and if I was a millionaire and if I had a lot of money, I'd assume that this thing is about to capitulate and it's gonna have a very sharp decline. It's gonna make a lower low, and then it's gonna go on a historic run. That's what I think. That looks like Vara. At least it pays. Yeah, it pays 1.18%. My savings account gives me 4%. Like, my savings account gives me 4%. This gives me 1.18, and you're telling me that if I had bought Disney in 2014, I would have the same amount of money. Like, if I bought $10,000 of Disney in 2014, with the exception of the 1%, let's just forget about that, was that $10 every single year or month? I would have $10,000 right now. That's so bad. Like, I can't even explain how bad that is. Very bad. Like, what is this? Looks like another rug pull. Oh yeah, Vara. How's Vara doing? Oh, I called Vara and then I just like, I sold it. It went up here and I knew we were going to get some sort of reversal, and then like I still lost it. Disney hates men. To be honest, yeah, but the truth is that like they have so much money. So it's like a no-brainer for me. It's like, how are you guys sucking so bad? How are you guys like, how are they? It really sucks. Like, it's a really bad stock. Like, let me change this on the, let's just do it on the monthly. Like, dude, this thing is hot garbage. But okay, hold on. Like it does have its legs up though. That's like, so let me see. Before I start talking crap about a stock I'm gonna buy. I mean, it consolidated for, yeah, that's so long though. 4,000, so 10 years. So it consolidated for 10 years actually before it legged up. Is that 10 years? No, that's longer, because 365 times 10 is 3,650. Yeah, so 12 years? I don't know, for the mathematicians. And then this time it did, yeah, 5,000. Oh my God, 5,141 days before we legged up and we made a higher high. Now check this out. Yeah, we're at 3,000. Yeah, so around 10 years. So we're at 3,000. So are you telling me that like we're just not gonna do anything for another like 10 years? No. Another 5 years. Yeah, like 4 or 5 years. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it like when it hits like 4,000. When will that be? It will be November of 2026. Damn. Yeah, yeah. Kind of like holding Ethereum in 2021. Yeah. How disappointing is that? That people bought Ethereum back here. 2000. Well, it's 2022. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, so if you hold, but you didn't even make an all-time high. That's what sucks with Ethereum. That's horrible. Based off your chart, you're gonna have to wait until December or a decade. Yeah, definitely. Look at Balancer and tell me if you like it. Do you mean the coin that's getting delisted from Binance? You are such a gambler. That's you got some balls, okay? Like seriously, that's crazy. You're actually buying this coin? Yeah, let's take a look at it. It's still on Coinbase. Token unlocks. They're not even almost like they're not even they haven't even unlocked all of their coins. Everything's going to be unlocked on March 29th of 2026. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, what? This is so bad. This, you know what this looks like? This looks like ApeCoin. But the problem is that ApeCoin didn't get a delisting. And it still looks like this. Yeah, so let me show you guys. Which is crazy to me. Look at this. Look at this. Someone come look at this. Yeah, look at this. Balancer, ApeCoin. Balancer, ApeCoin. Bro, you bought... Yeah, I know, and I was right, and I still sold for like a minus 180 or whatever it was. How dumb am I? And I could have made $200. What a horrible... What a... Like, dude, that's so dumb. Yeah, and I was right about it. Yeah, you're right, actually, yeah. Hey, you're actually right. Let me look. That's true. Yeah, you could take advantage of this. Yeah, so check it out. The RSI is actually still extremely oversold. Damn, dude, this thing's so oversold. Yeah. Okay, so if you really want to risk it for the biscuit, yeah, dude, it actually hasn't recovery rallied yet. All right, Aloe, here's your game plan. You're looking at getting a bounce to 112 to 142, which would be, as of today, 33 to 71%. And then if you really want to play it risky, 209, which is 150%. But I mean, that's still going to validate a downtrend. I don't know if this thing, I mean, this thing could just go back up, right? But probably not, because it's getting delisted. So yeah, I mean, if you want to easy 30 to 70%, this would be like, it's still, even with this bounce, which again, the bounce is non-existent, right? Yeah, it's like 12%, 10%. So even with the 10, 12% bounce, the RSI is actually still oversold here. So again, it's just a matter of time before this comes back up. It gets over the average, and then you get a nice move up. Again, don't get greedy, which it's easy. Like you already know my Vara, so like, what am I telling you? But like, I'm doing the responsible. You know how like when parents tell their kids like, hey, you know, or like say like I smoke, right? I do, and which I don't, but like, say I'm like, oh, I'm smoking, and then I'm like looking at my kid like, hey, just make sure you don't smoke. Like, hey, that's like, hello. So it feels like I'm telling you, it feels like that, because I'm like, hey, $1.12 to $1.42, don't get greedy, but I just got greedy with Vara. So if you have the heart and if you have the strength to sell, though, it wouldn't be, you know, that bad to, you know, $100 is $136 to 70. Now, if you multiply that by 10, then, you know, you're looking at 1,300 to 1,700. So again, it just depends. But yeah, these are the targets for Balancer: $1.12, $1.42, and $2.13. I'm not even going to look at it on the macro time frame, because there's like literally no point. DZ's in the house. Hey, what's going on with XCN? I just looked at it, but I'll take a look at it again for you. That looks better than Vara. Yeah, well, it looks better than Vala because the RSI is still oversold. And just look, and this is what I did with Vara, right? Oversold, 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 right? So if you notice, yeah, you bought here, you didn't really have, you know, if you greeted, you missed out on 27%. So you have to really like get out, okay? Here, you bought here, and you actually didn't have a chance to get out until, how long was this? To August to October, November. So November, August, September, October. So you had to wait 3 months. But if you waited, you might have sold early, and then you would have missed out on this move, right? Yeah, so it would have been like 47%, but you missed out on 79%. Here, same thing. You know, you got a nice little bounce. That was 36% before you basically fell off the cliff. Same goes here. This move was a little bit longer, but it was 133%. And this move was August to December. So August, September, October, November, December, 4 months. So Yeah, I mean, given that, Coinbase doesn't list in the next 4 months and you buy now, you're looking at, you are looking at a decent amount of money. So I hope that made sense. But if you don't get out, look, you're just going to capitulate, and it's just you're going to have to back hold for a while, and that's if it goes back up. Aloe, if you bag this trade, make into the night like a bandit. Yeah, seriously. And don't make the same mistake I did with VAR. Don't make the same mistake that I did, youngling. Yeah, max degen hours. Yeah. Oh, how's degen looking? Did DZ look at that? Man, DZ, that's crazy, man. I can't believe degen came all the way back down. And it's actually still staying down here. So what a great opportunity. 28 million. Wow. What an opportunity. Yeah, so taking a look at degen. I mean, even with degen, I think the RSI is oversold, right? Yeah, so with degen, even degen's RSI hit oversold. And it's never been this low, actually. So I'm hoping we get a nice little bounce, and you guys get a nice little bounce. Just keep in mind, with degen, it can come back up to 35 to 54 and still be bearish. Once that breaks, it should send this back up to 1 cent 10. And these are all really big moves up for degen. Yeah, 150, 82, 150, 454% pump. I mean, degen is like, yeah, it's like a 30x back up to its all-time high. So like $1,000 is 30 grand. Are they releasing coins? Not yet. No, it doesn't look like they are. Hold on. Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, they are here. You could tell here. You could see in 2024. And then when you do market cap, you can see this giant bounce. So they release coins here, but it doesn't look like they released any coins after that. So also keep in mind this might... Wait, I'm looking at the wrong coin, damn it. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like degen it has released any more coins. Yeah, it doesn't. So keep in mind for degen, it does have a 28 million market cap, but the fully diluted is 74 million. And the circulation supply it's 38.35% diluted. So just keep that in mind. Don't buy ETH. Yeah, I'm 1,000 to 1,200 is my buying point for Ethereum. Ooh. Dude, I worked out and I like messed up my back. I want to buy Ethereum, but the gains suck. That's why I'm looking at WIF. What would you do if you had to choose, if you had a large sum of money? I would put it in the bank and wait. Yeah, so with me, the problem with us is like we didn't know this was going to happen, so we're already in. So we don't even have the opportunity to sell, because if we sell, we're selling it at such a big loss. So I would just wait. I hope are you at least in? Like, are you in anything right now? I thought you were in. Weren't you the guy in Vision's live stream today and you were like, I have 8,200 or I have 8,000, it's 7.2K? Right? Was that you? Hold on, I might have to restart my live. I really need to get 2 monitors. What's up, Lisa Rose 18? Booties, you're still... Oh, you're out. Oh, interesting. Damn. Did you sell now? I would say that, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I understand. There's a lot of fear. I mean, look at the fear and greed index. It was at 14, right? Yeah, this thing was at like 15. It was at 15 2 days ago. And then we got a nice little bounce, but brutal. See, when we're up here, everything's fine, but you know, when we're up here, we're scared we're gonna go down, and when we're down here, we're scared that it's gonna go down even more. That's what the problem is. The yearly low was March 10th, though. Wow, that was a month ago. Extreme fear was at 15. So we actually double bottomed on the extreme fear because we were at 15 on the 8th of April. So around a month later. I think XCN topped. I'm gonna sell. Let's take a look at XCN. Yeah, so we actually looked at XCN, but just be careful with XCN. Yeah, just be careful with XCN because you know, we had a massive sell-off, right? And we need to stay over 15, so we need to stay over 1 cent 50. That is the 382. If that doesn't hold, then we are going to come back down lower to the 236. That's not bearish. Sorry, that's not bullish at all, actually. So yeah, we might have gotten stuck here. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying sell though. I mean, this thing can go back up to 618 retracement, which is actually going to be another 56% from the current price. But that is another strong area of resistance that we can tag. So just keep that in mind. I'm too far gone. I'm still in. I'm right here with you. Wait, how's OXT and DOGECOIN? Oh, are we breaking down? Shit. Yeah, we are breaking down. Oh, man. Let's see. Thank you, Vision, for showing me this chart. BLX. Yeah, let me do it on like the... Oh, I can't do it on that. Damn. Are we cooked? Are we going back down to 74? So I think that I don't know. Free Lightning, I really don't know. I wish I knew. But all I know is that if we do hold 69 to 73,000, then that's the bottom. But if we don't, then we're cooked. And that could happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? We could get just a massive capitulation and a sell-off. You know what I mean? I only had like 10% in, but ready to go all in. Yeah, I know you're really eager to get in right now, but there's, like Vision always says, I know you come from his live stream. There is no rush, you know? There's really no rush. I think you're trying to catch a bottom, and that's like a serious thing. I think that, you know, if you take like, if I had 10 grand and if say I wanted to buy OXT or DOGECOIN, for example, I would probably buy 50% and then wait. If it goes down 50%, then I still have $5,000, which means that I'm not down $5,000 because I went down 50%. I'm only down $2,500, and I picked up even more coins with my second $5,000. So, you know, whether it's 10%, 20%, however you want to do it, you have to determine that for yourself. But if you know, just talking about it like in an easy way, 50%, I mean, 5,000 is still a lot of money, right? So if you're scared you're missing out on 50K, but like you made 50 grand, if you go on, if you put $5,000 in WIF and it goes up 10x back up to its high, you made 50 grand, you know? So like at what point is enough, right? So if you don't put a number on that, and if you don't, you know, take profits, then, you know, that's just greedy. And it does work sometimes, but most of the time it doesn't, right? Most of the time it's, you know, you make it and then you give it right back. And how many times have we heard that story where, you know, you make a lot of money and then you give it right back? So you got to learn from it. So so just play it smart. You know, 5,000 is still a lot, 50K is still a lot. You don't need to put 10K in, and then if it goes down, then you're going to be super stressed. You're too emotionally attached to the market. You know what I mean? So if you put 5 grand in, you're going to have the peace of mind of knowing that I have another 5 grand in case my 5 grand in the market doesn't become 50 and it becomes 2,500. So really important. DZ, did we look at Ondo? I don't know. Did you ask for Ondo? Because you're the only one in here asking for coins. So, yeah, I like the way you questioned it. Did we look at Ondo yet? Like somebody's in here asking Ondo. But hey, that is pretty valid. I could have had somebody come in here and ask. Yeah. So let's take a look at Ondo. Hey, TCU. Thanks for making it to live. I actually really appreciate you saying that. Like at the end of your live stream, I don't know if you saw, but I actually ended up becoming a member of your channel, because that was really nice. That's very classy. Like it's not like, you know, like wolf to wolf combat. You know, that's very you know, classy. It's very it's very good. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you saying that. So how do I show my appreciation and my thank you? I become a member of your channel. So voila. Yeah, I am now a member of the Crypto Undead channel. Definitely go check them out. For the most part, I feel like we have generally almost the same technical analysis. So very good channel too. So definitely go check out the Crypto Undead, TCU. Ondo, we're taking a look at Ondo. Yeah, interesting times for sure, Free Lightning. If I had 10K, I'd buy DGen. Yeah, but like you're going to put all 10K in DGen right now. Maybe put 5 in, and then if it goes 50% down, you put in another 5. Everyone make sure to hit the like button. Yeah, everyone hit the like button. Help help Crypto Meow Analysis make it to everybody's algorithm. Let's go. Thank you. Lisa Rose, I do 2K, not 5K. Yeah, even that. I mean, even 2K is 20 grand. That's not a little bit of money, right? That's a lot of money. 20 grand is a lot of money. I remember, you know, my first big break was with Shiba Inu back in 2021 or 20 when the first bull run came around. I made like 17K, and I was like, oh, this isn't enough. And what happened? I gave it all back, you know? So you live and you learn. And that's actually when I made my YouTube channel, but I didn't really post real videos. I just posted like fake videos, which I've deleted because I took it a little bit more serious when I started it back up in 2024 January. So I just want to ask respectfully, what coin did you buy? No recommendations. I was just referring to the person who wanted to put 10K in right now. Right, it doesn't have to be right now. You don't have to do it right now. You know what I mean? You could just do 2, you could do 5. And, you know, who knows? You might not even hold to 20 grand. Say you put in 5 and then or 50 grand. You might put in 5 and say it goes up only like 7x. You're telling me you're really not going to sell $40,000 because you want it to hit like a million? Right? I feel like a bozo because I asked for SwiftCoin, only coin pumping basically. Well, no, that's not bad. I mean, SwiftCoin, Onyx coin pumped, SwiftCoin pumped. There's a couple coins that actually had really nice moves up. And SwiftCoin was one of them. Like even on, let's just look at the 24-hour. Yeah, so Onyx coin, wait, where's my watch list? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Onyx Coin and Swift Coin were actually the top two on the watch list, which is obviously your guys' coins, which is why they're on the watch list. These two were the biggest, and look at that, 7 days, 81% on Onyx Coin. That's a lot of money. You put in 10 grand, it's 18 grand, right? Like how that's a lot of money. Spell Token looks like it's coming back to life. That's nice. Was it in the fours though? Yeah, it was 46. Now it's 56. Wow. That's nice. Okay, let's take a look at Ondo for DZ. Alo's heading out. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a live stream in like 15 minutes. I don't have the endurance that the crypto undead has, so I can only really live stream for an hour and 30 minutes. So let me get my water really quick. Hey, all the food's gone. Alrighty. Yeah, so have a great night, Aloe. Let's take a look at Ondo for DZ. Yeah, taking a look at Ondo. I mean, Ondo's a good coin. I always say that for Ondo and a couple other coins. Yeah, so 60 cents were bullish. It doesn't necessarily have to come down that low. And then, yeah, so we actually came up and retested 88 cents as resistance. Just keep in mind we can still come back up to these levels and still get rejected. Once that breaks, it should send us back up to $1.38. We are in a downtrend right now, obviously. And just keep in mind, even if we come up to this level, we can still come down, make a lower low. Again, that's where this would be in play. 60 cents would be in play. So if this doesn't hold, then we're probably going to get a lower low. So just keep that in mind. Whew. I hurt my back, and it's like very I don't know, like I was doing shoulders and I strained my back. I guess I'm getting old, unfortunately. I can't do heavy weights anymore. Oh, hey, is Kat still here? Hey, do you hear that? Oh, I'm just waiting for that message. Oh no, Cat left. Can you take a look at Selfie Coin? Yeah, as soon as Santa gets, as soon as Santa, I don't even know. Okay, what Selfie Coin? Ice Cream Man, yes, the Ice Cream Man. Let's go. Oh my gosh, yo, is that Echo YGO? Guys, that is this guy. Oh my god. Hey, this guy's a celebrity, I'm telling you. You get him on like the camera, unbelievable. He like what a great online personality. But only online personality, not in person, right? But no, I'm just joking. But yeah, for Echo YGO, I'm just very excited to see Echo YGO. Did we just get rug pulled by the president? We did. Yeah, we did. Actually, look, I'll show you. Official Trump. Dude, this was like such a top signal. So for example, look at this. What a joke of a coin. So official Trump. I don't know. I mean, how legal is this? But look at this. How are you telling me that this coin comes out at $75 and then just basically gets, dude? If you put in $1,000 when it launched, you'd be at $101. So you lost $900. Also, when they listed this coin, the market cap was at like $10 billion at the highest. Yeah, $14 billion at its highest. What a joke of a coin. Seriously. I'm almost done with my live stream though, so we will definitely chat after this. I'm actually going to finish in like 5-10 minutes. But yeah, Echo YGO, for anybody that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And is a nerd. You don't have to be a nerd. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players aren't nerds, but I am, and I accept it. So definitely go check out Echo YGO. Echo YGO coming at you with another video. Yeah, that's funny. All right, well, let's take a look at Selfie Coin. Echo YGO is somebody that might get into crypto, actually. So I wouldn't necessarily call him retail, but you could tell that more and more people are getting into crypto. And Echo YGO is going to be one of the best traders and one of the best coin holders because he has me, and I'm going to tell him exactly what not to do. And that's it. Yeah. Are you excited for the new GOAT format reprints? Yeah, I saw your post. I'm excited for a couple cards. I'm actually going to use those cards. Also for Edison, like D Prison, Platinum Secret Rare D Prison. That's going to be sick. Who asked for Selfie Coin? Is this the right coin? Once I get a job, we're hopping on the crypto market. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do, and you could do whatever you want to do. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and then you could either follow suit or you could not. But I will tell you my plays, and then if you want, you can do it. If not, then you're probably going to be in here asking me to look at your coin, because that's what the live stream is for. A lot of these people come in here and I look at their coins. We look at the targets, kind of like the Selfie Coin. Someone asked for it, but they didn't tell me if this is the right coin or not. So Selfie Dog Coin on Solana. Okay, hold on. Selfie Dog. Yeah, this is it. Selfie Dog Coin on Solana. Right? You need to make a Patreon where you can coach people live. I don't have time for that. I already have memberships where if you become a member, like you get coins and you get priority messaging where you come in here and you ask, and when there's like 20-40 people in here, I prioritize the people that have like the badge, and then they're members. But yeah, I love booties. This is the right Selfie Coin, but just can you make sure that this is the right one? The price is 201. But yeah, this is like the only one I see. And it's a Selfie Dog Coin on Solana. Okay, we'll take a look at this. I mean, I think this is the right coin. So obviously, Booties is kind of gambling with this coin. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, so there is no more support. So it does have to hold this previous low. If it doesn't, then we're probably going to make a lower low and start, and it's going to validate this downtrend that we're obviously in. Now it doesn't necessarily have to go down that low. So given that we've established a floor over here, just keep in mind that, let me just make sure. Yeah, so keep in mind that we have resistance here at 2022 to 2004. Once we break that, it should send us back up to retesting 1 cent. And then from there, previous high, and then 92 cents would be in play. But we'll take a look at how high that actually is. Because again, it's such a gamble coin. This coin is $1 million. It does have really good lock liquidity. So yeah, I mean, back up to its all-time high is around a 60x. So yeah, $60 million. Kind of a gamble. But it's 81,000, so it's an 8,000x. So what is that? That's like $800 million to basically $1. So good luck. I wouldn't necessarily hold it that high, but you got to do what's best for you. And if the previous floor does break, we are going to be making lower lows. So again, good luck with this. I would probably not put your 10 grand in here, but you could do whatever you want. Gameplay FETs. What's that? What is this? What? No, this is a gamble. Oh, gamble play. FETS. F. Future Edge Technologies. I don't see this, but let's see. Wait, are you talking about this? Like the new coin that got listed on Coinbase? Like definitive? Is this the coin that you're talking about, you're referring to? Hold on, let's see. Future. I mean, it's so much of a gamble, I can't even find it. Yeah, I can't even find it, so. I mean, what is it on? Oh, is this it? Oh, is it this? Oh my god, is this you that just bought it? Wow, all of a sudden, oh, it's because the sun's setting. Yeah, what a gamble. I mean, this itself is a gamble, but... Oh, FETS on ETH. Oh, this. Okay, okay. Yeah, way gamble. What is this? Oh, shit. 23,000 lock liquidity, 171,000. It's a 5x back up to its all-time high. So, yeah, it's still going to be under $1 million. Yeah, we got stuck at this at the 382. Man, I really wish like if you guys only buy when it dips like this, and then you have the option to sell it if it hits the 382, because we say the same thing where it's like, oh hey, it's gonna come up to here and get rejected. So it's like the same thing over and over again. But for whatever reason, if it does continue, like if it actually breaks the 382, then you are looking at another 100% at 3061, 3064. So and once that breaks, I mean, 205 would be in play, which again, that's kind of a moonshot. It's around a 30x, so like it's still under a 5 million market cap. So, yeah, good luck. I hope you make it. If you make it, just don't forget about me, because it could go even higher. So that's 5 million, right? Yeah, like a 4,000x. Damn, that's like a 40 million market cap. Very doable. But what does this even do? I don't want to click on the website because I don't want to get a virus, but good luck. Yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much it for the live stream. I don't think anyone else, I don't think I missed any coins. So with that being said, thank you everybody for coming by. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the memberships. And thank you so much for gifting the memberships. That's really awesome. I really appreciate that. Was it, that was free lightning, right? Yeah, so, oh no, yeah, that was free lightning. Thank you so much for gifting it. Booties, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And that's pretty much it. Have a great Thursday. Have a great Friday tomorrow. And just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes. This is all satire. Have a great day. I'll see you at 10K. No, I'm just joking. Dude, imagine if I like just straight up copy and paste. No, but, and what else does he say? Like, it's just so funny. It's like, that's what I go to live streams for, because I could just hear that. It's like, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all, it's like soothing, very, it's like I could fall asleep to it. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a great night. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. I want to say it will be on Saturday. Yeah, it'll be on Saturday. All the watch list videos are going to go up on Saturday as well. I'll probably be making the videos on the live stream. So, that's pretty much it. Good night, diet soda. Oh yeah. No, I don't have anything, unfortunately. I have my bottle, but it's all the way over there, so. It's just character playing. Damn, that's the right one. It's just character playing. Nothing more. Have a great day. I'll see you at 10K. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Watch this video as well. We post it, and we'll probably have a good live stream in the morning. So have a great night. Happy Friday, and take care.